Good afternoon. It is good to see all of you here today. Well, who would like to start? The lady back here. If you'll raise your hand, yes. You are particularly radiant today.
Thank you. Thank you, Raj, for your everlastingness and for your guidance.
It is just as everlasting as your everlastingness.
But I didn't get that before. And for your guidance to Paul for these 3 Sundays. For me, it's been a really big breakthrough of the 3 Sundays. And you said to someone else last time to put a sign on your mirror to receive your good. And we did. It wasn't for us, but it was for us. So we did. And it's just like falling off that wall, like Humpty Dumpty, you know, and letting your good in, and being so good at seeing denial in other people, and when my own just, you know. So I just thank you for that. And part of the good, the question, is about just part of the good is like part of it's in my very foundation, and part of it is in possibilities for being able to live a different way through possible either expansion or sale of our business, which is just like a mind-blowing kind of thing. And are you shaking? And is there anything...
Good is always mind-blowing if it's really good.
Yes.
Because in order to let it in, you have to let go of what's in your mind.
Yes.
You have to be willing to let something new take the place of what you have filled your mind with.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yes, that's it. And okay, so asking for advice in thank you for saying that part about the everlastingness that goes both ways, but just whatever advice you could give to us during this time. I call my sister-in-law after this operation, and because I know she's going to say to me, just don't get cocky when I feel so great, you know? And I feel like, I could just take off. And I kind of feel like maybe you have some words on that for us all. I don't know.
First of all, you say some words of advice during this time.
Forever.
You see, when you say this time, you are identifying a fixed amount of time in which actually you're asking for advice as to how to gracefully embrace your good during this time. And I want you to let it be timeless. If you let it be timeless, then it can't be special. If it's timeless, if you will not specialize it, then it will be natural forever. If if it is not special, you will not get cocky. Who gets cocky over something that is utterly normal?
Yeah.
You get cocky over specialness, either your own or the time. And there's always a flip side to specialness. There's always a flip side to that which you can get revved about. And that is often called disaster, suffering. It's the flip side of joy. One of the characteristics of the experience of the kingdom of heaven is that it's so damn natural. And you know, I talk about this quite frequently. When you get to the bottom of the barrel and you give up, that's where you get your first taste, and I'm talking about genuinely giving up, abandoning all reserved feelings of a capacity you have to succeed at whatever needs to be dealt with. When you totally give up, that's when you get your first taste of heaven. And you get it in this way. You end up having an experience that's utterly genuine. When you give up, you end up being very straight. You don't mince words. Usually it's because you're too exhausted to put on a nice front. But in the relief of having given up, you don't bring into play any grievance. You just say, here I am, take me or leave me. That's called groundedness. That's called sanity. You don't feel special. You don't care to feel special. You don't care whether anyone else thinks you're special. You just say, here I am. I have no energy to be anything else.
That's true.
Because this usually happens after you have sunk to the bottom of the barrel, which has been an unpleasant experience, your willingness to be genuine isn't always filled with joy. But the relief of no longer trying to be what you're not feels very good. That's your first taste of being real yourself. There's nothing special about it. But there is an experience of the value, I'm going to say capital M, meaningfulness of being able to be really you. And if you don't try to get out of that place, if you don't say, okay, for a day or so, I'm going to be in this place, but as I get my energy back, I'm going to try to climb to the top of the barrel again. If you will let yourself stay there, you will find your life being transformed. you will find things happening that you're not responsible for that are far more fulfilling than anything you might have taken responsibility for. You will find things working well. You will find things unexpected but fulfilling coming into your life. And if you haven't left that place, it will all feel utterly normal.
Wow.
This is what it's all about. This is why I am with you, is to help you daily gently insist upon letting go of your capacity to authorize your good into your experience. And to say, I give up. God, what is your will? You see.
Yes, thank you.
You see, the barrel is full of your own garbage.
Yes.
And your own garbage pushes you to the bottom. It's not the world out there that does it. Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Hands. The gentleman right here in the striped shirt.
Thank you, Raj, for being here today and giving me the opportunity to speak. I give particular thanks for what you probably just described, but I'm going to ask for further clarity. Anne was admitted to the hutch this week with the plate.
I'm sorry?
Anne, my wife, was admitted to the hutch this week with platelets of 1,000. It can't be any lower.
I'm sorry. This is me, Paul. She was admitted to the hutch?
Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center.
Okay.
Hutch. I beg your pardon. It's a medical term. Today she woke up with platelets of 70,000, which is more than a half of average. I asked her before I came what question she would ask of you. She asked, what is it that she should or could be remembering at this time? As it would seem from the outside, she's looking outside, but obviously she's searching inside. Then I would ask also of myself.
Well, I'll let you ask for yourself in a moment. Who told her that she's looking for something outside? Who told her there was an outside? I'm not asking you to respond here. God is all. There is no outside to God. If she's in the hutch, she's in the middle of God. God is what is going on there. If she thinks she's in a body, she's in the middle of God, because God is all that is there. The care that is afforded her, the attendance that is given to her, is all God. Or she can give it some other definition if she wishes. But her definition will be part of the garbage that will push her to the bottom. You see? That is the garbage that all of you bury yourselves in, are definitions you give to God that say it's something other than God. I encourage her to honor everything around her by acknowledging that if there's anything there at all, it must be the presence of God, and not what she has been told it is, and not what she has imagined it is. I've said before that love is the willingness to recognize that which is real in each and every what? Thing. Not each and every idea. You see, bring God right down to earth, if you will. Love is the willingness to recognize God in each and everything. If she does that, then there won't be any place for anything apparently unreal to reside. If it's all God, then obviously the realization of the allness of God in everything around her, the realization of it will appear to be everything configuring to identify the perfection of her being and everything in her experience. And so it might appear that those attending to her do something utterly right. You see? Or she might do something utterly right. To think that there's an inside and an outside is the same as thinking that there's spirit and matter. A moment ago I said, love is the willingness to recognize that which is real in each and every thing. And I said, not an idea, but a thing. I meant that in the sense of bringing your embrace of God down to earth, as I said. But the simple fact is that everything you see is an idea. It is spirit. The substance of it is spirit. The substance of it is spirit. If there appears to be anything going on here at all that you call form, it has to be God. And if it's God, it has to be mind experiencing itself. And what mind experiences are ideas. Every single one of you is an idea of God that embodies all that God is. So an idea of God is never a part of God, it's all of God. So there's no hospital that is a material building with individuals who are practicing material processes. Certainly you can conceive that that's what it is, but if there's anything there at all, it has to be God. And if she will begin to define every single thing there as God appearing, no matter what, if she says, no matter what I think this is, it must be God appearing, then she's going to find everything beginning to identify love in her experience. And love heals. I can't get any more practical than this. On a daily basis, in relating to each other, there has to begin to be an increasing willingness to look at your neighbor or your partner or your boss or your cat or dog or the car and say, in spite of my experience of these people, these places, these things, and what I am sure they are, God is what is appearing here. God is what is being here. And I want to know what God is being, not what I think is being there. That's what heals your vision and lets in more of reality in your daily life. You're healed, and the one you have been willing to see God in is healed. You could call it a practice, but it's really just paying attention to reality with a capital R. You've got to start doing this. You've got to start being this attitude on a daily basis with each other. It's what's going to transform the world. It's what's going to heal your friend. You see? And you had a second part to your question.
Yes, I wanted to first clarify. I thought the Course said illness was evidence of seeking outwardly rather than being at ease with searching in. And that's what the confusion. I'm not sure I understand what the Course meant, and but I understood what you meant, so that we'll leave it at that.
No, let's not leave it at that.
If I quoted the Course right, I don't know, but
You
that's
are
what
correct.
my understanding.
Yes, you are correct. There is a difference between looking at your world and saying, I want to see God there. There's a difference between the willingness to see God in each and everything and going out to each and everything to find out from it how you are. In other words, someone gets up in the morning. He's married. And he waits for the first utterance from his wife to find out what her attitude is today, so he can know how to be. You see? That's looking out there to learn about yourself, to learn about who you should be, to learn about how you ought to behave to save your ass. You see?
Oh, yes.
That's looking out there. But if you wake up in the morning and you roll over in bed and you look at your wife before and regardless of anything she says, and you are willing to gently and lovingly say, If there's anything happening there at all, it must be the presence of God being what God is. And I want to know what that is. That's an entirely different thing. The tendency can be, if you're saying there's no world out there, don't look out there, to discount everything instead of embracing it in a curiosity to see God there. And that's a very important difference. Okay.
Thank you. That's very helpful. My question is, there's a strange peace within me that did not panic and does not seem to panic when the doctor says, call your children. She's so close it could go either way. My sense was, what does that mean? I didn't panic. But my other voice, whatever, said, why aren't you panicked? What is it about you that, are you so numb that you're not, I'm playing the game. So my question is my sense of peace in this particular case, and particularly with our relationship, quote unquote, am I sensing it truly, or am I numb and need to wake up or something? I'll leave it at that.
I'm going to tell you something. If you were suddenly full of panic, I would suggest that you get a shot to relax you. Because whether the relaxation is real or not, in that degree of peace you can access your real peace. If you're experiencing any kind of peace, it's extremely valuable. You're getting help with your peace. Peace is being given to you. So that you might be able to feel love more fully, which is what heals. You see? It's only strange to feel peace in what in the past you would have called tense circumstances, because that hasn't become normal to you yet. But it's utterly normal to feel peace at all times, no matter what is happening. In fact, it's essential to feel it no matter what's happening, because that's what allows you to have the capacity to recognize what is truly needed. That's what allows you to have the capacity to be the place where intelligence comes forth, which would have been blocked by panic, you see? Or worry, or fear. Say, thank you, God, that you are experiencing this strange peace.
Thank you, God.
Indeed.
Thank you, Raj.
You are welcome. Hands.